Are you tired of wasting your time stuck in traffic on the way to the gym? Then once you actually get there, all the lockers are taken up. Then finally, once one becomes free, you can begin your workout. Nah, psych. There's some broccoli-haired kid named Jeffrey on the bench hitting his weekly bench PR. For me, this was my average gym experience. Maybe I was the broccoli-haired kid, but it was still the same. The time I spent there was massively inflated through things like travel and getting the lockers and organising everything like that. So this leads me to the first point on why having a home gym is beneficial: the convenience. Because the gym's literally in your house, you don't have to spend time travelling out to the gym, you don't have to go through that rush hour traffic. You can just get straight to work and you don't have to wait for any other equipment because it's just you and probably one other person in the gym. Then after this, the most common rebuttal I get is that the gym is less effective because you're at home and there's less variety of equipment. But you don't actually need that much equipment for an efficient home gym. You just need all the typical stuff that's in your normal gym's free weight section. You might be thinking, oh, isn't it less effective because you don't have machines because they're more expensive? It's been proven many times that free weights and machines are just as effective. Your body doesn't know the difference between a machine and free weights. All it knows is that it's amount of tension, and the only thing that's mostly important is that you actually go to failure. Moving on to the next benefit, I mentioned previously that it's probably only going to be you and one other person, maybe two at a push, because it's just your own private gym. So this comes with two benefits. As I mentioned previously, you won't have to wait for equipment because it's only split between you and one other person. But also, your mates that come down, they don't have to pay for extra gym passes or anything like that, so they get to save money. And keeping with the theme of money, having a home gym is actually cheaper in the long term. I'm currently paying nothing for my home gym and I get to use it every day. But it did come with an initial investment of a couple £100 to actually get it all together, but it sounds like a lot at that, but it's going to last me upwards of a decade. And I might have to replace one or two things, and that's it. And you can cut back on the price even more by buying things from places like Facebook Marketplace. Then usually at this point of the discussion, I usually get a counter argument of, isn't a home gym less safe? Sure, when you're on your own, you have to be a little bit more careful, but the same is true for when you're at a normal gym. When you're doing those lifts like bench where you're in a vulnerable position, there's measures you can put in place where you can maintain your safety. So let's make an example. Let's say you're in your home gym on your own trying to do a heavy set of bench, and naturally you're going to want to go near failure, so that puts you at risk, so you want to maintain your safety in some way. So here's what I do in this situation. My stands come with brackets, which is usually used for squats. But when I'm doing bench, I set them to the height where when I'm back on my bench, I can set the bar on them and it'll be an inch clear of my neck. So in the case that I fail, I can just lift the bar back and put it on the brackets and I can just wiggle out to the side. I know that sounds really risky, but I've been doing it for so many years and I've never had a single issue. Just don't be stupid with it. And make sure to test that it actually works with no weight and just the bar before you actually go do a heavy set. To be honest, in my own experience, a public gym actually feels a lot more unsafe because there's random people about moving around. Someone actually nearly dropped a dumbbell on my toes last time I went into a public gym. So that's the video. I could keep talking for hours on end about the benefits on home gyms, but I'm going to keep the video a little bit shorter. At the end of the day, you're in a different position to me, so a public gym might actually be a better option. Anyway, if you think I got anything wrong or left out some major details, let me know in the comments below. I'm going to be replying to everyone. I always like a good discussion. Shalom.